4 power gems to fuse them into the essence of the element. Not all the gems lay under the skies. Some of them are buried deep underground. Hear ye, O traveler of the dark. Be aware of the elemental shrines, once houses of light, now refurbished by the masters of the island. The shrines hold the keys to thy survival. Visit all of them, and do what the stone philosophers demand, and thee may be granted a way out, if that is what thee most desires. This is the elemental shrine of fire. Fire is the rune of strength, magma, and heat. Northwest is whence the forces of fire are strongest. So we see the fire rune here, and if you look at it, it sort of corresponds with this fire rune. So if we so they want us to put gems of power on these, essentially. Doesn't matter exactly how you put them on or in what order, but essentially that is where you put them, at elemental shrines. There are 4 of them easily available, and a 5th one is hidden. I'm not going to divulge where the 5th one is. I figured it out on my first playthrough, but instead I will just let you guys wait until we find it. So here we have sort of a toss-up. Do we go left or do we go right? Well, this is on the right side, so I'm going to assume that to get over here we go right. So let's go ahead and quick save. Let's switch back to our axe. Let's chop through some vines and move our little clearing expedition forward. And we also want to make sure that we don't get ambushed whenever possible. So we're going to want to watch our backs a little bit to make sure nobody just sort of sneaks up on us. Because unlike us, some of the enemies can stand in places that we can't. Okay, there seems to be one. Oops. So we'll try to chop that into little pieces. He seems to be just pounding on our rat there. That sort of sounds dirty. But we need a lockpick now, and as we know, we used our lockpick to get this mask. So we'll have to just put that there's a chest here. Well, we see there's a chest there, but the thing about this game is that the chests don't actually tell you that they have been used or not, if they have been used or not. So what we'll instead do is... Okay, so that goes there. That closes the map. Okay. What we'll do is put a question mark. No. We will put an X next to a chest if we have opened it. Or we should put pillaged, I suppose. Pillaged? It's not pillaged. It's pillaged. I think. Could be wrong. Now the thing about this game that I actually like about it is that it's not entirely possible to open every single chest. You do have to pick your battles. Unopened! So as we see there's a question mark. It is going to help us keep track of what we have opened, what we have not. So I do like that the designers did decide to put brush inside the trees to sort of give credence to the idea that, like, this isn't just brush that is intended to get in our way, but instead it is brush that exists inside of the world as more than just a design element. So, okay, there is one in there. Did I hear something else? Okay, so Brandr, Govad, and Roland all leveled up. We'll go ahead and do some clearing there. And there appears to be an enemy there. Okay. So we see that there is a power gem back there, but we have no way of getting to it right now. So we will just move ahead. Maybe we can get to it through the trees, but it doesn't really look like it. There's a stone in our way. Ooh, lockpicks. But maybe this does something. Let's see what it does. Maybe there's an ambush waiting for us now. Just lots of triggered people. Oh, that's right, we did find a water spell that we could use. Ice shards. So that is that. Okay. Cool. That does ice damage and lets us hurt multiple enemies if they fall into the trap. So what's this? A leather cuisse, I suppose? Where's his... Oh yeah, it's yellow, so he has level up. So that is light armor. When he levels up, we're getting some light armor now, so we'll probably put him into light armor so we can get as much protection as possible. And we will now go ahead and skill everyone up. Let's go ahead and get to a nice defensible location. Yeah, like here is fine, because we can sort of see what's coming. I still want to give him as much heavy armor as possible. Well, I still want him to get to max heavy weapons, because we're eventually going to find like axes that, heavy weapons that do a lot more damage. I'd prefer for him to be able to like do a lot more damage to kill the enemy faster than to soak damage sooner. But it will let him use armor that we find sooner and increase his protection by quite a bit more. Let's go ahead and max out his offensive capabilities first. Simply because I like the idea of him being able to be more dangerous than usual. Okay, so we are building ourselves to be offensively based here, which I do appreciate, by the way. The whole idea that we are going to try and kill the enemies before the enemy kills us is a better choice in my opinion. I mean, I could be completely wrong. Okay, so we're going to be going into a new area if we go this direction. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to go the other direction and try to see what's over there. Our torch has burnt out. Let's swap it out for something else. And we'll go ahead and put that power gem on here just so we can get it out of our inventory. They don't weigh a lot, but you know, collectively it might add up. I'm also uncertain if the enemies can actually open doors. I don't think they can. Okay, so we will quick save and then move forward. So as always, we don't want to get cornered by the enemy. However, we haven't ran into any enemies so far, but still all the same. I think I saw movement. I'm not entirely certain though. This is another way out. Got it. Wait. What is that? Like hearing a growling sound from somewhere. Maybe behind me? It's weird. I'm hearing some fairly strange sounds. I'm not entirely certain what they are. But let's go ahead and work our way forward. Okay. So someone's pet pit bulls coming to get us. And they inflict. Ooh, they also hit pretty hard. That's not necessarily good for us. But we also kind of hit like a truck too. So what have they done to us? No health regeneration. No health regeneration. Glorious. Okay. So, they inflict status effects. That is not necessarily the best thing for us. I believe that is one other effect of hard mode, is that it's much easier for status effects to get onto you in this difficulty. Now luckily we do enough damage to fairly reliably kill these guys semi-quickly. Hey, you don't, you little bastard, get back here. Ah, shite. Run for your lives. So, we just had a death, but since we can leave, we're going to run away, like cowards we are, and heal our evasion tank, who didn't move fast enough. He decided it would be a good idea to let the warg, or whatever it is, actually decide to massage its gums with his liver. Okay, so everyone's fully healed. These guys are essentially free food. Actually, I believe that's the purpose they're supposed to fill. Is to just be food. They're some of the easiest enemies to kill, so it makes perfect sense that they are supposed to be another food source. Okay, is that it? Did we... Is there a dart that we're missing? I think we're missing a dart. So is there a throwing knife? I think some of our other throwing knives are actually embedded in some of these wargs. But the enemies are seeming to respawn. That isn't necessarily a good thing for us, but as far as I can tell, it isn't the big enemies that are respawning. It seems to be the rather weak ones. So that means it should be okay. Not too bad. Hello, you little bastards. Stab him a bunch. I just assume that's the one that killed our